Hey everybody, so I'm putting together a little mini series for you over the next couple days. I'm going to be documenting everything that I'm eating in a day. I want to make this educational for you, but also motivating and inspiring. And it's also holding me accountable because I'm finding the post competition phase or the what some people call reverse diet or the recovery diet phase very challenging, almost more challenging than the actual dieting down for a competition itself. And I would rate it up there and maybe just above the PMS time that occurs every month where I feel like I just want to eat literally everything. And I know some or maybe most women can relate to that because that is a difficult time. And I used to always use that time as an excuse just to eat more food. But when you have a goal in mind, you have to, in a sense, like ignore that and refocus, do something else, take your mind off of food because you can really slow down or backtrack your progress if you give in to those feelings or those hormones every single time. So, I'm going to share with you, like I said, everything I'm eating in a day. Feel free to ask me questions. And, you'll see my approach. It's very flexible, but I'm also a competitor. So, what I'm doing is I'm making sure I'm very accurate with my tracking. When you're just starting out, you don't have to be as accurate. You can estimate things. You don't have to weigh your food, but I hope that this will inspire you and maybe motivate you to start keeping track of your food because you're seeing somebody else doing it. So here we go. Here's my day. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I want to show you how I keep track of my nutrition. And I'm sure you've heard before, your nutrition plays 80% of the role in your weight loss journey or weight gain journey, depending on, what your goals are. So it's very important to keep track and have an idea of what it is you are doing and how many calories you're taking in. So I like this app here, My Macros Plus. There's lots of different ones out there. There's MyFitnessPal, My Net Diary, different ones. Pick which one you like. So basically, what I do is I punch in my food that I'm eating for the day. If I know I have a busy day coming up, I'll do something like this where I'll punch in everything and then I know exactly what I'm eating. Most of the time, though, when I do have more time, I just go with the flow and, punch things in as it comes up. And by the end of the day, if I still have some more carbohydrates left over, for example, I might eat some more potatoes or I might eat a rice cake just to make everything fit. So you'll see I have my targets here of protein, carbs, and fats, and then it equals to a certain calorie amount. Keep in mind, these are specific to me. This does not mean that you need to eat these calories. You can also track your body weight, have friends, and I think there's also another area you can track your workout. It's also really cool because you can put in custom foods, recipes, things like that. And when you start eating a lot of the same foods all the time, you just go to your recent foods, punch it in, and it's just really convenient that way. So that's how I do it. I highly recommend you start just tracking your food just to see what it is you're taking in every day. And you might actually be surprised. And then if you want to kick it up a notch, I recommend starting to, focus on your portions or start measuring out your food. And, for myself, I'm a competitor. I need to be a little more accurate, so I actually weigh out everything. So for example, here, well, the what I have written in is 100 grams of ground turkey, but I'm having 1.5 servings of that. So I'm going to have 150 grams of ground turkey today, for my post-workout meal. So that's that. That's how I keep track of everything. Very straightforward. It might seem kind of overwhelming at first for some people, but once you just start keeping a log of what it is you're doing, you'll have such a better idea and understanding of, how you feel. You might realize, oh wow, I'm not even eating enough, or oh my gosh, that double brownie that I ate, well, that was an extra 400 calories that, maybe you didn't need. So maybe next time you'll just only have half of it, for example. Things like that. It'll just bring a good awareness to what it is you're doing. So there we go. That's what keeps me accountable. That's what keeps me on track. And essentially I can eat whatever I want as long as I make it fit into my targets at the end of the day. So this is what's going into my first meal of the day. Rice puffs, no sugar added. It's just essentially puffed brown rice. It's amazing. You can eat quite a bit of it, and it's still quite low in calories, like 50 calories per 1 cup. Great. I'll take that. Next is I'm going to add a scoop of my vegan chocolate Shakeology. It's essentially all of my supplements in one. That's why I love it. It's a complete protein source. It's my multivitamin, adaptogens, greens, probiotics. It's amazing. I don't normally add coconut oil, but today I'm going to because I needed a little extra fat. So I'm going to add some of this in. It's going to be great. And I just recently picked this up. This is English Toffee Stevia. It tastes phenomenal, so I'm going to add that in, and I'll show you how I do this. Okay, so here's my breakfast. I'm going to do 1.5 servings of the rice puffs that I showed you. So I'm just going to zero out my scale here. So that's going to be, let me see, 24 grams or 1.5 cups, whatever you want to measure out. And for those doing the portion control with me, if you want to have these rice puffs, count this whole serving as 1 yellow. Just do it. You will thank me for that later. Next, I'm going to add in a scoop of my vegan chocolate Shakeology. So good. This is like cereal for adults. Okay, so I have that. What I'm gonna do actually is just add in some water right now. You could put milk in this, you could put almond milk, whatever you want. You know, I try to save the calories just by basically using water. And then, like I said, I'm just adding in some coconut oil. I don't normally do this, but like I said, I needed a little bit more fat, so this will just add some nice coconut flavor and some healthy fats. And then I will do my English toffee flavor. Drip some of that in. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. Probably add a little bit more water just to that. Grab a spoon, mix it up, and enjoy. Alright, so for my next meal, I'm gonna have some chicken, spaghetti squash, and some asparagus. Now, I highly recommend, if you are a busy person, to bulk cook like this and just keep it in containers in the fridge. My boyfriend and I go through this fairly quickly, so I probably do some bulk cooking perhaps 2 to 3 times a week, but it saves me a ton of time. You can see I've already been picking through the asparagus. Okay, and there we have it. So now I will probably just sprinkle on some more seasoning. I might also put on some Himalayan salt because I love it. And I'm going to have some ketchup. So it's important to measure it out. 1 tablespoon. And I'll put that right there. And because I've measured it out, yeah, I'm going to lick the spoon because it's all accounted for. I'm going to dip my chicken in the ketchup and it's going to be amazing. Okay, I'm about to have a little snack here. This is an amazing, delicious mix from Prana. It's got dark chocolate pieces in it, cranberries, cashews, walnuts, almonds. It is delightful. I want to show you the back because the serving size is only 1/4 cup or 30 grams. Now because it has some nuts in it and dark chocolate, that means it's going to be a little higher in fat. as you can see, 1 gram of fat is approximately 9 calories, whereas 1 gram of carbohydrate and 1 gram of protein is approximately 4 calories. So anytime you have something higher in fat, the calories are going to be higher. And that is important to note because you need to keep your portions in check. It's very easy to eat a lot of this, but then say you had half a cup without even thinking, you were mindlessly eating, which some people do, and then boom, you've got 300 calories. So keep your portions in check. You can still enjoy food that you love. You just need to have some accountability with it and some awareness as to how much you're eating. So that's it, just a small little bit, and if you're a chocolate lover like me, that will satisfy your craving. Alright, so it's time for another little snack. It's just after 2:30 and I just got home and I'm done with my clients for today, so I'm going to have the snack and then I am going to start replying to a bunch of Facebook messages and emails that I need to get back to because I'm a little bit behind on that. So here I have 2 thin cakes, brown rice thin cakes, and I have on top some of this powdered peanut butter. It's 90% less calories than your typical peanut butter, so 1 serving is 45 calories. And I have 2 servings here, and what I do is I just mix it with a little bit of water, and it makes a bit of a paste or like a spread, and I just cover it over top, and I'm about to dig in. So actually for my next meal, I was going to do some bulk cooking, but plans changed and I had 2 more client appointments. So I ended up making the other meal that I was going to have later, but that's okay. So I made a salad here. I've got some organic mixed greens, cucumbers, carrots, zucchini. I made my own dressing, very simple. 1 teaspoon of miso, half a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and half a tablespoon of oil. And I actually planned in 2 eggs, but turns out I only had 1 egg left. I don't know how that happened. So I ended up adding an antibiotic-free hot dog, chicken hot dog, and then I just had a little less egg whites to make up for just a little bit of a mix-up there. So it all evens out, and that's the beauty of being able to track your food. You can just kind of shift things around a little bit and make it work. And that is my next meal. Okay, so I finally got my bulk cooking done. I baked up some sweet potatoes and I've cooked up some ground turkey, and I'll be able to put these in containers and put them in the fridge so they're easy to grab for the next couple days. Okay, so it's just about after 8 o'clock and I'm having my last meal. I'm having some ground turkey, sweet potatoes that I just cooked, which you just saw, and a sprouted quinoa burger, which is absolutely delicious. And that is all my food for the day.